Hi everyone, this is Nived. So in this video, we will see how we can update the columns of a data table using invoke code activity in UiPath. So this method of updating column data using invoke code will be helpful in certain instances. So let's see how we can do that. So first I will show you how you can update a single column of a data table using invoke code. Later I will show you how you can modify that same code to update multiple columns. So let's see how we can do that. So for that, let me show you the sample data for which I'm going to use in this process. So here first I will show you how you can update the single column of a data table. So for that I have using this data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually updating the blank cell that is coming under status column as active. Okay, so the output should be actually look like this. You can see here the blank cells actually are filled with active. So let's see how we can do the same of filling this data based on the condition using the invoke code. So let's see how we can do that. So first let me read the Excel file into the data table variable. For that we can use read range activity. Now we can specify the Excel path. Yeah, here the sheet name is sheet 1 itself because that is our that is where our input data is present. So let me specify on the range. Now let me specify the data table variable. Data table variable is dt1. Now after reading the Excel file and storing in a data table, next step is we need to use the invoke code activity to update the column data based on the condition. So for that we can use invoke code activity. You can see that here. Okay. So for invoke code activity, you have to tune certain parameters. First, the language type. Here we should select the language type for this case as VB.NET. Okay. Now you have to pass certain arguments to this invoke code activity. Here our argument is our data table variable dt1. So let me click on edit argument to pass the argument. So here let me give argument a name dt1. Now you can specify the direction of the argument. Here we actually need this data table to be go into this invoke code activity, get updated and get back. So our direction should be what? In and out. Okay. So now we have to specify the type of the argument. Here our type of the argument is data table. Now we have to specify the value. Your value is dt1. Let me click on OK. Now let me click on edit code to write the code. So let me just expand it a little bit and let me just zoom it so that we can see the code well. Yeah, fine. Now let's write the code. So here we have to first what we have to do. First we have to select the rows whose cell is blank under the status column. So for that we can use this link query. So dt1 as enumerable dot var. Using var we can select the rows whose status column value is blank. Okay, because that is what we need to update it. So we can use a lambda function to by this method we are actually selecting the rows whose value is empty under status column. So row of status dot to string dot equals. Here we need empty data, so we are using double quotes which actually represent empty data here. Now by using this method we had selected the rows whose cell value is blank under status column. Okay, now what we need to do after selecting the rows, we have to update the rows with the active string. So for that we can use a method called, here what we are doing is we are using a method that is coming under the list. So for that we have to convert this data hot into list. Okay, because this data like this dt1 dot as enumerable dot where is actually a array of data row. Now we need to convert it into a list. So that for that we use dot to list dot. Now we are using a method that is coming under dot to list, that is for each. Okay, so this for each method will iterate through this element of each. It will iterate to the element of the list. So let me create a lambda function here, that is sub of row. Now what we need to do, we need to update the status column with active. So let me update it, status row status. It will select the status column corresponding to that row. We need to update it with active. Okay, let me close it here. Okay, so this is the whole code that we are actually using here. So first what we did, first we will select the rows whose status value is blank. Then after that we use this for each method that is coming under list list to update the cell. So that is what we have done here. Okay, so this is the whole code that we had used. Okay, now let me click on OK. Now let me use write range to write the updated data table. So let me use write range. So let me specify the path as the sample one itself. Here itself we write the updated data in different sheet. Let's say we are writing the data in, let's say output sheet. Okay, and let me specify dt1, because dt1 is getting updated through this invoke code activity here. Now let me click on add headers. Now let me delete this sheet here, okay, to see the output correctly. So let me close this. Yes, yeah. So let's see whether it works fine or not. So let me click on run. So let's see whether the output is correctly obtained or not. Let me click on sample1.xlx. So the output data will be present under output sheet, because we had specified the write range under output sheet. So you can see that our data is being updated successfully. You can see that the empty cells under status column had been updated with word active, that we can see here. Okay, so by using a single line of code under invoke code activity, we are able to do this updation. Okay, so this is how you can update a single column of a data table using invoke code. Now let's see how you can update multiple columns using this invoke code. Okay, so for that also I had another data, sample data, that is sample underscore 2.xlx. Here you can see under sheet 1 I had a data. So here what I need to do is I need to find the columns, that is I need to find the status column values where it is blank, and wherever it is blank I need to fill it with pending, and corresponding to that under month column I want to fill the current month. Okay, so let me show you how the output should look like. This is how output should look like. You can see that empty cell values are being filled with pending, and correspondingly the month is filled with the current month. You can see May. Okay, so let's see how we can achieve this way using this invoke code activity. So for that what we have to do is, let me use sample2. Okay, same way we have to read the sample2 excel data and store in data table variable dt1. Okay, now let's rewrite this invoke code activity once again. Okay, we have to make certain changes here in the invoke code activity. Everything remains same, since the language should be selected as vb.net, and the argument should be passed as in and out. Okay, so everything remains same, but we have to change the code a little bit. So let me just change the code. Okay, let me just zoom in so that you can see it clearly. So here what we need to do, first we need to select the rows whose status column is blank. So for that we can use a link query, dt dot as enumerable dt1 dot as enumerable dot where. Using this link query we can able to filter out the rows whose status column values are blank. function of row of, I think the column name is status. So let me expand it a little bit. Yeah, row of status dot to string dot equals dash. Now you have to use the dot to list and then use dot for each method that is coming under the list variable. So you can use this method. So after this process, like dt1 dot as enumerable dot where we'll get an array of data. Now we need to convert it into a list by using dot to list, because in the list only there is a method for the updating. So now we can use dot for each method that is coming under the list. Next we can use we can create a lambda function, that is function, sorry, sub of row. Now what we can see, so now we have to uh, update the column values. So here for updating the column values, what we can do is, in other way what we can do is we can update the rows. Okay, so I will show you how it is being done. So here we get the we had selected the rows whose status column values are null. Now here we are updating it. So updating I am doing in different way actually here. So what I am doing is I am taking the array of row dot item array. This row dot item array will give me the row value as an array. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm actually updating the array here. So let's see how it is being done. So row dot item array, now I'm actually updating the array. Updating the array means here you can see ram status month. You can see that when it look like it's actually, when you use row dot item array, it will become an array. Now we are actually doing a updating, so by using this method we can directly update the column values. So let's see how we are been doing that. So here row dot item array, so here we don't have to change the first column values, so we can directly keep it as same here, row of name dot to string. Now next what we have to do, this is the first column, this is the first element of the array. Okay, that is the name. Next we have to update the status. Here what should be the status? It should be pending. So we have to update the status as pending. Okay, now the next element should be the month. Here we have to update it with the current month. So the current month should be, how you can obtain the current month, now dot to string, oh sorry, yeah, you have to get the name of the month. Okay, now so this is the we can update the multiple column values also here. So actually what I had done here is I am actually updating the array. Okay, so here with the notepad I can explain you better. See, let's say we are taking the example for this row, this third row. So here when you use row dot item array, you will get something like this. Here what we are doing, we are actually updating the array like this. Pending. So that's all what we are doing here by using this method that I had specified here. We can see here row dot item array. Just let me copy it here. Okay, you can see here. You can see here row dot item array. So it is actually this value. Now what we are doing, we are updating the array elements by using this method. Okay, you can see here. To keep the first element as same, we are using row of name dot to string. Then we are updating pending. Now we are updating it with the current month, that is now dot to string, using this date format. Okay, so this is how you can able to do a multiple column updation using this info code. Okay, this should be Sometimes you can find this method quite helpful. Okay, so let me click OK and save it. Okay, fine. Let me close this one. So let me, before that, let me delete this output sheet also. Save it. Close it again. So let's see whether it's working fine or not. So let's check the Excel file, sample underscore 2.xlx. Oh, sorry, I think there is small issue here. I forgot to change it for sample underscore 2. Okay, let me try it once again. Fine. Let me see again. Now you can see that sheet 1 is our input data and output should be what you can see. You get the expected output. You can see the empty status column are filled with pending. Correspondingly, the month is filled with the current month. You can see here. Pending, the current month is May. Like that is being filled correctly. So this is how you can update multiple columns also using this invoke code activity. Okay. So this is all what I want to tell you. So hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe and share my channel for more updates. Thank you.